The more I play this game, the more attached I get to my very own ship. Loose circuitry and very hazardous conditions included. So today, I want to respect my ship as much as possible and give it the life it deserves. And we're gonna be doing that by upgrading the ship. Mainly expansion-wise, because as it stands right now, it's a really small ship. Especially when you compare it to ones that are a bit more adequately sized. Anyways everyone, welcome back to Ostranauts, and today we are joined by Nelson Bernard once again. He's in pretty damn good spirits, and I don't blame him. We have a decent chunk of change, which is going to be perfect, and this is the exact reason on why I wanted this before I started to expand, because now we have enough to cover multiple mortgages, which means the only thing that I really have to keep an eye on is my battery charge and my oxygen reserves. Other than that, we are just stuck here with our brand new ship. Well, I guess I wouldn't say brand new, it's very much well worn, but this spot is going to be a brand new start for us at the very least. So let's grab our bag, pop on our helmet, and see what we have inside here. Once we're done looking around the area, I am going to loot everything inside, and then we can finally begin the expansion progress. The expansion process, by the way, is going to be the most long-winded journey, because we need to use quite a bit of batteries and a whole bunch of labor to even build out a proper wall. And the ship is probably going to look really ugly, but I guess we'll see about that real soon. Anyways, I am so excited to be checking out the ship as large as it is. I mean, it's already got a battery charging station, a big ol' liquid helium canister, and most surprising of them all, I didn't spot that there's actually a Tetsudo equipment truck here. This thing is huge. If you guys don't know what this is going to allow me to carry salvage like multiple loads at a time, which is great for a salvager. And it looks like there's already items inside. We have a couple of patches, another ablative core liner, that's $3,000 off the bat, a couple of conduits, and an EVA battery. I'm gonna leave everything out here for now, and I think we're gonna be taking the hauler very soon. And by soon, I mean when we get around to scrapping this entire place. So far, I am spotting some turbo air pumps, a locked door, it seems. We can just scrap the nearby wall. Seeing what else we got, which is going to be a cargo area, it seems. A bunch of loose litter as well, nothing too crazy. And now we actually get to the crazy part, everyone. This right here is an intact reactor core. Just barely intact, by the way, but this right here is going to net me quite the bit of money. The IC Fusion Reactor Core Solomon XXTW, whatever that means. An inertial confinement fusion reactor. It takes fuel in the form of He3 and D2O. A functioning reactor is capable of producing an immense amount of power, and it can be used as a part of a torch drive for interplanetary travel. This bad boy, I think if I fix it up properly, could net me $40,000. Now, I could also install this into my ship, but I'm guessing we're gonna be missing quite a few core components, right? There's like, I think 5 or 7 active parts that go into it. For one, you would need the pellet feeder, which is actually in good condition. That loads in all of the fuel. On top of that, you need the cryogenic pump. Okay, we have that as well, and it has a laser array. Most surprisingly of it all, it's all in non-damaged condition. I mean, just barely. But there's a damn good chance we might have everything we need to start this bad boy up. Hold on just a minute. Let's check the control panel. And if we want to start it up, we are going to have to follow the ignition sequence, which starts off with a power bus. We can switch that to battery. Core purge. Holy hell, did you hear that? It made a sound. Laser cap? No. I think we might be missing a few things. Because even if all the parts are there, I haven't seen the other liquid container, which makes me really sad because we just sold one last episode. Well, I guess we could buy it back. Let's go check out some of the other areas before I get too, preoccupied. As we do have more doors, which we can scrap through, leading to more cargo areas. Yep. And finally, down here, we got a couple more bins. Another door, which we can scrap. featuring some CO2 cans, a really good oxygen canister, and a package. Packaging Perpetual Protein Project, meat product. Empty industrial packaging for a messy meat product. Bits of protein and blood remain inside while old-fashioned Brave New World LLC Corporation marketing adorns the outside. Sadly, the package is already opened, or else I'd add that to my Szechuan beef. We can pick it up and inspect the packaging. Yeah, why don't we give it a little shot? Runny globules of fattened blood are left behind on the inside, while corporate jargon and minuscule nutrition liability data covers the outside. Unfamiliar branding shows a Brave New World LLC logo over the Voltaire University skyline, silhouetted against a Mars rise with a slogan, "Don't ask why, ask why don't I have one?" Wow, very nice. Not gonna lie though, it's a little bit out of place, but I don't see anything too amiss from the ship. Yeah, this is the end, so that's it. And it looks like we do have a cryo tank, which also has liquid helium inside. Hold on a minute, could we actually start this up? I guess the question would be, does the helium tank have helium? Yeah, it does, about 3,000 kilograms. Which really makes me wonder what it's missing. Hold on a minute, what if I toggle the power switch? No. What about this one? Oh? Hold on a minute. We got lights back. Is there a chance I actually start this up right now? We're gonna start with the power bus, going to battery. Oh my. Okay, up next, we're gonna have to go for the core purge. I will put that on the first option. Not bad. I hear sounds popping off. Sadly, the laser cap doesn't seem to be working. It's out of order right now. I think I might have an idea. I don't think it's connected to the actual power here. Let's go check the visibility. Yeah, power only is on this half of the ship. So I bet if I, connect this spot here, it should connect all right. Up, and it shut off. Damn, dude, are you serious? Yeah, it's completely kaput. What do you expect from a small ship battery? At the very least, this has taught me that this reactor core might be able to be worked on. For now, I'm gonna leave it there, and we are gonna be looting around the area now. So, starting from the bottom, let's see what we have. We have patches, another Quicksilver handgun, not bad. No ammo in it, sadly. I'll drop it inside of the bag. There's also some extra scrap, always good to have. A couple of loose conduits, spare screens, more perpetual protein product. We have some overalls, some electronic parts, which is always good for repairs. A couple of loose walls, another locked door. This one I'm going to just uninstall. Featuring nothing inside of the bulkhead bins, we do have some RCS thrusters and a nav station, so at the very least we will be making some money, if I don't decide to install them into my own little ship, of course. Finally, up here, we have more tools, some chunky blood on the floor. That's not a good sign at all. Blood with pink chunks in it and a darker, viscous texture with some hairs bristling from it. One can almost taste copper when it's nearby. Well, free heatsink at least. Finally, we have more stir welders, the most rancid and disgusting toilet I've ever seen, PDA, antibiotics, trenchers, some more scrap, and finally on the outside here, a rack filled with ammo casings, junk, and other useless items. Overall, a good scrap haul, especially for repairs. Not too much in terms of the price value, though I think that will change very soon when it comes to the actual parts here. Now that we're done with that, I kind of want to focus on the reactor a bit. It's pretty damn low in condition, so I'm going to fix it up a tad, so it doesn't explode on me. But once we're done with that, our big plan is going to be harvesting flooring and walls from the ship, and we are going to expand downwards here. And I think we're going to go for a traditional kind of, ship. So I'm going to go down and end it on a nice little cone like that. I have no idea how it's going to look, but that is the plan. Which means it's going to take quite the bit of work to do. But right now, all we have is time. So let's fix up the reactor. Okay, that looks pretty good. And of course, I was too late, everyone. That was what I was worried about. The fusion-grade laser capacitor is now damaged. Is everything else good? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, I'm gonna go fix that up. Hopefully we have the parts here, and maybe we can work on connecting it to a better power source. It's taking quite the bit of supplies to fix up, by the way. But we can fix it up now. Now that that's looking a little bit better, we need to figure out how we are going to turn this on. I do see we have another battery here. So my game plan right now is to connect the battery to this new area. How does the power visibility look? Pretty good. If we connect that bad boy here and run it through the bottom here up there, we should be able to start this up. And this time we're gonna speed through the whole process. Yeah, sounds good. We just gotta grab some conduits from the outside here. Connecting it just like this. Oh, wow, we got a dialogue for that. During long shifts spent eviscerating half-dead ships in the boneyard, you often wondered what it'd be like to do the opposite. Why wrench out the beating heart from a wounded ship when you could just nurse it back to health instead? The question returns to you as you look around this derelict. Now through the eyes of a self-employed spacer, the prospect of finding an answer has you feeling like an uncaged animal. The sound of your breathing repeats in your helmet and grows more eager with every exhalation. You set out to work and your tools resound through the hall all around you. During idle moments, it's hard not to consider the consequences of installing and uninstalling parts you don't own. Sure, you're in a junkyard, but it's Iotomiwa's junkyard, and while they might turn a blind eye to the salvage trade when it suits them, they bring down the hammer as soon as it doesn't. That goes double if you happen to make a derelict fly. The standard blocks on a nav station are onerous, but far from prohibitive, and clever engineering can take you a long way. But as soon as trash becomes treasure, you can be certain corporation security won't be far behind, and if you're not careful, possibly a few years in the brig. Of course, one upside to IO being fueled by blood and profit is they'll sell anything to anyone for the right price. The ship broker kiosk in the OK Leg commercial district keeps a record of every hunk of junk out here, including this one. So that's where you'd go if you decided to purchase her proper. Either way, selling or stealing or buying, it won't be cheap, but freedom never is. Okay, now there is the prospect of me fixing up this massive ship and making it work, but that is quite the task ahead, especially when you see how many components are in this ship. So instead, I just want to see if I can start up this damn reactor. If I can, we can work on expanding our ship, and in our expansions, we can leave a nice little reactor fusion room, powering our ship for the future ahead. So let's double time it and install these parts correctly. Okie dokie, everyone, it looks like we have gotten even more power. Yeah, that's about half the ship. Not bad, dude. Does it power the reactor core? That's the question. We currently have one battery charging up right now, so we gotta double time this. Okay, access the control panel right now. Okay, it looks like we're not connected fully in yet, so I'm gonna turn that back off, and we're gonna connect the last little conduit here, which should hopefully power up the reactor. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do it again. Battery on. Okay, we're cooking. This time I'm gonna pause it between each sequence. So it looks like the power and core purge are already going. The laser cap is ready, so we are going to hit the laser align. Okay, looks good. Up next, Pel feed. I'm hearing a lot of stuff going on in the background. Up next, cryo. Right there. Not bad. It's all green so far. Let's hit the fuel regulation now. Okay, fuel regulation does not want to be hit right now. That is a damn shame. Why is it not going? Field coils are good. It's just the fuel regulation right now. I wonder why it's not working. Also, the battery is getting drained so quickly right now. Is it because the helium tank is damaged, or is it because it's not connected properly? I have no idea. Oh, damn it, dude. We ran out of charge. That's it. Yep, okay. That'll do it. Well, at the very least, we know it almost starts, so yeah, I guess we will fix it up and install it in our own ship. And it looks like we have just about all the parts for it. So you know what? That's perfect. It showed me that we have an actual working ship reactor. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, now that we're done with that, I'm gonna disable the power visibility and we can begin with the real nitty-gritty. Installing and uninstalling parts. A lot of the stuff is junked up right now, but I think we're going to be cannibalizing a lot of the interiors here. Plus, I really like the black flooring inside here. There are some good floors around here, but we do need to do this pretty damn quick because we are running off our own power supply there. So far, we're looking good on that end. I'm not too worried, but we do need to keep an eye on it. Yeah, I think we're going to disassemble the entire cargo hold here, only disassembling the parts that matter. And in order to make it a little bit easier, we are going to be taking the dolly. Thankfully, we won't have to do it manually one at a time because we do have a handy dandy order feature here, and in this area, we can determine what parts we want to work on. The walls, the flooring, the conduits, everything else can go screw itself, and then we just hit uninstall and we can basically make small little tasks around the area. So we're gonna pick the best looking condition things and we are gonna start scrapping. Alrighty, that looks like a pretty damn good start. Now begins the real fun of Ostranauts, the big wait. It's gonna take a long time, everyone, so I hope you guys are ready. But once we're done here, we can run in with the dolly and collect all the parts to see how much we actually have. And I will see you guys when we are done right here. Oh. It looks like during our work, we have finally reached the 4th shift, which means I need to pay another mortgage, but we do have some text to read with it. 4th shift ends and the change in atmosphere is unmistakable. Shipbreakers stop sparking their hand torches, lung-armed construction waldos drop their grip and drift away from wrecked holes. 2 clicks out, a cargo hauler cuts its reactor and the entire rig burns down like a cold ember in the Ark. Untime, the closest anyone out here will ever get to a Sabbath. 20 minutes and 58 glorious seconds welded to the end of Shift 4, a seemingly insignificant stretch of time remaining like loose change after the rest of the hours are divided, counted, and spent. In the beginning, Untime was merely a quirk of the new celestial calendar, a more even way to divide the year now that humanity had uncoupled itself from Earth and its overwrought lunar calendar, but that was decades ago. These days, Untime is for rest, for conversation, for anything at all that won't turn a buck for the bosses. As for the managers who chose not to observe this fine tradition, 2 weeks ago one of them fell down a labor barge and hit every ship on the way down. I love small little bits of lore like that. Sadly, Nelson here, he's not going to be taking Untime off, okay? We're on that grind set and we are making some real good progress. Ooh, look at all those loose components. We do feel like an outcast, though, probably from our lack of contact. He's just like me, for real, for real. Anyways, everyone, we have finished off our task. This is also the closest to real shipbreaking we have gotten so far, absolutely tearing everything up. But with that comes a lot of money. So now we gotta take inventory, and the best way of doing that is by picking up the dolly here and collecting all of these spare parts like this. Sadly, the walls don't stack, but the loose floor tiles do, and it does give me a better idea on what we're working with. It took like 5 seconds, by the way. We've already filled up this dolly, but we have gotten around 12 walls, 10 floors, and 10 conduits. And I think the way we're going to be doing this, because there's not really a good spot to drop these off at, is that we're going to collect everything in the dolly. And once we have this thing filled up, I am going to begin work with what we have. So if we have 10 walls and 10 floors, I am going to build out very slow and surely. So I guess it's time to start working, and also to relocate this antenna. Installing it right here in the back. Good, now we have enough space to build out. The way we're going to be doing that is with the order feature, but we're going to be going to the installation instead. This way we can set orders to be building out floors here, so we can build out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 floors so far. You know what, the more I think about it, I think it would be more economical to just work on the flooring first, so we have a good baseline on where to go, then I'll work on the, the rest of the walls. Oh yeah, before I continue any further, I also did disable the power inside my ship so we're not burning through all of the charge. That's gonna save me in the long run. Okay, I will see you guys when I have the floor more built out. Okay, everyone, small little update. We have gotten quite a bit of the flooring down. I might remove the corner here so we can actually kind of slim down a bit, but we do have quite a bit built out already. The lights are very nice in that regard. I decided to stop because we need to pay our mortgage, another $2,000 down, and we need to eat and drink. I'm really glad I packed the trenchers. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be able to sit out here, but our batteries are looking decent. We did go through all of the battery in our stir welder, but we do have a spare that's charging up, which is why I repowered the ship. Worst case scenario, by the way, is what I can do is I can uninstall all of the parts and do all of this on the station. I really don't want to do that though because of the docking fees, but there is that option. Yeah, we're doing all right for now. I'll be honest, it's a little bit shorter than I was expecting, but the ship looks pretty damn nice. It's a little bit uneven, but we should be fixing that very soon. At the very least, it will work for its intended purposes. We do have an extra 8 tiles, and I think I'm going to build out just this last bit here. Then we're going to begin building out every single wall. It's going to take a little bit, guys, but we are making progress slowly and surely. We have about half of our battery charge left, so yeah, it's going pretty damn well. The only thing I need to account is I also do need to remove all of the reactor components, and we do only have 2 thrusters, which is going to be really pushing it. So I'm hoping when we do finish this off, we will install around 4 thrusters, doubling up our thrust. And I'm really crossing my fingers that will be enough. Anyways, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more, and it should look decently even. The ship we had was uneven as a result, but yeah, it looks pretty damn good in my opinion. We already got the lights to light it up as well. Can we build out walls yet? No, we can't. We're gonna have to move them out of the way. Okay, that's fine. It'll take like 5 seconds with the dolly. Oh man, I'm so glad we got this dolly, by the way. I fixed it up and it's basically my best friend. It makes life so much easier for me, because if we didn't have this, I would have to lug everything back and forth, which adds in a lot of time when you think about it. I guess I will see you guys when I finish this off. Alrighty, everyone, that is going to be the second to last wall inside this damn ship. The only other spot we gotta get right now is this single spot right here, which we can install just like that. Once we have this bad boy in, we are actually cooking. Okay, let's install that, and we will have basically doubled our ship capacity. Look at it. I mean, from the start, it looks pretty damn nice. Obviously, we need to install lighting. We need to add in thrusters, life support systems. We can run the life support systems we have already, and we are going to do that by disassembling this wall right here. This is also going to be the moment of truth. If this place can hold the gas, we will have succeeded. Okay, we are gonna vent it out, and it is filling up with oxygen, everyone. We did it. We actually have, like, double the ship capacity. Okay, cool. This took a lot more time than I would have liked to admit. We've almost been through another shift. So yeah, we're doing pretty damn good. Our battery is really low, by the way. So I think next episode, we're gonna grab all of the key components, we're gonna move the reactor out, maybe I'll install it this time, I'm not too sure. I do know we're gonna get some more thrusters in, and I think that will be good. And hopefully... Oh, and of course, I hope we leave this spot with a profit. Oh man, we spent a few hours on this bad boy, skipping through a lot of time. We have enough conduits, I think, to line this whole area with power in the future. And the lights we have on the outside will do perfect for that. Anyways, we have spent quite a bit of time on this. I'm extremely happy with the new moving room. Oh man, this ship is gonna come along nicely. And I'm already thinking we can add in some cargo ports off to the side. On top of dropping the helium and liquid nitrogen on the outside as well, I think that would work pretty damn well. Yeah, I think this is a perfect spot to end it. I don't know how much space is going to be taken up by the reactor, but we could have it in the corner, like maybe here. If I do need to expand a little bit, we can always do that. Anyways, Nelson here has worked himself to the bone, and the way things are going, he's going to work himself up even more. Anyways, if you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more. Next time, we're going to install some better stuff, redock at K-Leg, and uninstall every single pump inside here. I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.